like a tomate. Hey, hey, Blakberry talk. Yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Braves swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. City behind me, we never gon' fall off. Talking that smoke, got to play like a call off. Falcons in motion, they running that route. Austin transition, we running them out. Brains in the post, yeah, they swinging for real. If you ain't tapped in, then you miss a field. Blakberry got them tuned in on the daily. Everything real, we ain't talking fugazi. Numbers on live, check stats, it's amazing. We calling plays like we work for the Navy. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Braves swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts like, I've been on top of the wave. We talk sports like you part of the game. Know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta explain. I'm in the booth and I'm calling the plays. Never no bias, be talking about wins. Blakberry popping, they tuning again. Straight from the A, so you know what it is. If it's a tape, let me stand on it big. Falcons need rings, we know that it's coming. Hawks on the rise, you know how they running. Brace in the home and we popping the bottles. ATL up, yeah, we eating the column. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, yo, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Braves swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. Hey. Say.
Let's be clear. Shoo! I had to die or die when you drive will make you need it all. Don't get out the life, the shedding on your wood. For toast sticks up your farms, like that eat on my void. Better more terror, big clear till you bad for. You been eating off in thoughts, I've been living off what you saw. When the court favors, you pack now and laters. That's exceptionally flawed, let's be clear. Let's be clear. If you make it taste funny, you laugh into the bay. If you corny at the mouth, put some use to that's now home team.
Home team. What's happening, home team? This your boy Blakberry Lyrics. We're doing a special edition of Let's Be Clear. This Friday morning, we didn't do a Let's Be Clear episode on this past Wednesday because your boy Blakberry was preparing for this weekend for my wife's birthday, so that's that. And last night's episode of the Rest Pit was a botched episode because your boy was on the block trying to run the show like he was at the crib, and that was a mistake that I won't make again. But for y'all, for the fan base, we gonna do a special edition of Let's Be Clear right here, right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another special edition of Let's Be Clear with your host, Blakberry. That's Blakberry, no C, just a K. Also known as Blakberry Lyrics, also known as that nigga in the streets. When you see me coming, You better get the ducking. Nah, I ain't that kind of nigga for real. I don't do no shit like that. I don't do no shit like that. I don't do no shit like that. But got some shit to be clear about. Today we gonna be clear about my guy, Ice Trader Gang, Trae Young, being fed up. And when I say Trae Young fed up, what exactly am I talking about? Stay tuned to find out. And we also got to be clear about the Jalen Ramsey hot topic amongst the Atlanta Falcons fan base. Fans want him. They want it. They think he's still a difference maker on football teams. They still think he's a game changer. Well, your boy Blakberry, we gonna be clear about whether or not that's true or not in just a few moments. But before we get to the nitty and the gritty, everybody that's new to the channel, do your boy a favor, hit that sub button, hit that like button, and hit that share button too. Share your boy out to your Instagram, your X, your Facebook, all that good stuff. Let everybody experience the power of the Rex over here on the home team with Blakberry. That's Blakberry, no C, just a K. So because of my botched episode last night of the Rex Pit, and I will not take that down, by the way, I'm going to leave that up because it's authentic. It's authentic to the, it's authentic to the time that it had. We're going to keep it that way. But because it was a botched episode, what we're going to do is we're going to be clear about Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. Where do I see Trae Young? Well, matter of fact, it ain't even about what I see. It's about what I know. And I know some people, y'all might say that same thing. What you see is what you know. Now, people look at shit every day, all day long, and still don't know what the fuck they looking at. But this is what I know about Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. If you don't know what happened a couple nights ago in the Hawks Magic play-in game, the Orlando Magic were at home, of course, with the 7th seed, and they were spanking the Hawks' ass in the first half of that game. But something happened in the third quarter. Hawks come back out there in the second half, and they clicking. They shots was falling. They was playing defense. They was getting boards. The young guys like Mo G, Muhammad Gaye, and Richard Shea, and those guys was balling. Especially Mo G. He was running the floor like he was auditioning for a job, like he was interviewing for a job. So they come back in that game, get it down. I think they got it as close as to 3. I think some people were saying they got it to 1, but I think they got it to 3. And then the wheels fell the fuck off. And when I look at it and when I'm watching that game, I'm looking at the fact that Mo G hardly got any playing time after he was pretty much giving them the business. In the fourth quarter, he barely played. I don't think he got in until it was almost 6 minutes left in the game. Unacceptable, Quinn Snyder. Why is that? Why is it that the young guys that give you sparks, like Zachary Ricochet, like Muhammad Gaye, Why is it that you don't play these young boys, especially when they be the reason why you even in any close in a game to be able to come out with a victory? They the one of the biggest reasons because of that. And then the frustration that you see in Trae Young, it ain't just about the refs, even though that's what he said in the post-game press conference, that, you know, if you see a foul, you should call a foul. And I'm quoting Trae Young when I say that. He said that in the post-game. If you see a foul, you should call a foul. And he's absolutely right. But I also think it got something to do with the lack of consistency in the coaching with Quinn Snyder, with the rotations, not knowing how to play guys, and just because you got a young group of guys, you think like you got to give the veteran guys more playing time than the young guys. I don't know where his ideology for coaching comes from. I'm not a basketball coach. I'm gonna be real. I don't know a whole lot about the systems of playing organized basketball. But I do know when I see a motherfucker that's out there balling, I know one thing that you're gonna always do, no matter what, in any sport, is you're gonna go with the hot hand. Mo G was the hot hand in that Orlando Magic game, and he didn't even play in the fourth until almost 6 minutes left in the game. And I want to say, like, he set him down for like the last few minutes of the third. So we got like what? We got like 9 minutes of the damn rails falling off the comeback victory because you didn't want to play Mo G and Ricochet till it was too late to come back. Like, I think that's something that Trae getting fed up with. I think he's getting fed up with the inconsistent coaching strategies, the inconsistent rotations. But of course, in the post game, Trae talks about how the refs, you see a goddamn foul, call a goddamn foul. You see a foul, call a foul. And you know he been wanting to say some shit for a long time. And I know these guys get fined. Y'all know they get fined when they call out the refs. They get fined. Trae finally just done got the way home, give a fuck, man, because he tired of being targeted. He gets targeted by teams. They foul the shit out of him. Refs don't call the shit. They look at Trae as he trying to draw foul. Well, hell, ain't that what a motherfucker doing when he drive to the basket? Trying to draw foul. That's no different than getting to a spot and taking a gun shot real quick. So I'm running into him. Because that's what he do, right? He's basically running into him. His fault not anticipating the jumper. They should be anticipating the jumper. You know he does it. You know he like to get that pick. When that pick come, as soon as he get around that pick gonna let up and he gonna jump straight up into a jump shot. That's what he does. He does it religiously to draw the foul. It's no different from a motherfucker driving to the basket trying to draw a foul. It's no damn different. The problem is that Trae Young is a buck 60, 70. He a buck 60, buck 70. He the smallest guy on the court, and he got it in him drawing fouls is looked at as him trying to get an advantage. is looked at him trying to get an advantage out there because of the size difference between him and everybody else on the court. Why is that an issue? Why is that a problem? Why is that a problem? It's no different than a motherfucker driving to the basket to draw a foul. I don't blame Trae, man. They slap him on his hip. They slap him across his head. They slap every. He's going to. That damn phone on fucking damn. Do not disturb. Y'all gonna get fed up with your boy Blakberry. Y'all gonna get fed up with my ass. All these goddamn botched fucking damn streams. Get y'all content on. Y'all got to bear with me when I'm on the block. Let me see who came in the building, man. We got Michael in the building. What's up with you, Michael? Got Larry in the building. Got popped out there. Fuck. I don't like this new I don't like this new layout on StreamYard, man. This shit stupid. I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit. What's up with you, Larry? What's up with you, Michael? Larry say, what up, home team? What's happening, bro? Larry say, I think Quinn is not able to really coach Team Blakberry. Hey, man, after they made the trade to Cleveland and gave up DeAndre Hunter, when I saw Terrence Mann and the other cats, when I saw them balling, man, and the way they was able to transition from defense to offense, and how much more comfortable Trae looked with those guys running the floor than he did with DeAndre running the floor, it made me think that it was going to be a better situation on the actions. I thought the actions would be more fluent. I thought the actions would be more, look more more put together, look, more efficient. And in a way, it still does. The problem is those guys are the types of role players when they show up all night. I hate to say this shit, man, but DeAndre Hunter, when it came to scoring, he's still missing that. He's still that. He's still to the ball in the clutch. He creates other than fade away like that. Other than that, he's not a create his own shot guy. And then he needed a Trae Young, where he needed a Vic Krejci, where he needed a JJ to get him the spots where he can get the ball. And if he do got to put it on the floor, it's only for like a bounce or two, and then he can do something with it. But he ain't a create your shot guy, create your own shot guy. That's what he's missing. That's what DeAndre Hunter's missing. But what we are missing that he gave us was that doing more than enough scoring to make a difference on the scoreboard. We're missing that efficiency that he gave because he's a very efficient scorer. Even though it doesn't look like he should be, he is. But after that DeAndre Hunter trade, man, I was liking what I was seeing. I made a video about it and everything. And it just sucked that Clint Capella hurt, JJ hurt, Onyeka Okongwu, he is not a starting center, and I think people don't realize that now. He was just getting his ass abused by Wendell Carter a couple nights ago. He was getting his ass abused. That was child abuse that Wendell Carter was doing on OO. That was fucking child abuse, bro. Yeah. Michael said Giannis makes his living drawing fouls. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't see the league. I don't see the league. I don't see the refs shying away from calling a foul for Giannis. I mean, come on, man. Then Giannis ain't even a good free throw shooter. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the difference right there, Michael. Giannis not a good free throw shooter. He probably average, but he ain't shit. I don't even know if he average. I think Giannis almost as bad as LeBron shooting free throws. If I'm not mistaken. I ain't really kept up with his free throw percentages in the last couple seasons, but I know a couple seasons back he wasn't good at all. So they don't mind giving him this motherfucker the foul because they not afraid of him on the free throw line. They not afraid of him, they're not afraid of him putting the game away at the free throw line or taking off in the game at the free throw line. Why is asking me to add shit to the stage? I'm clicking on it. Just fucking go on the stage. What the fuck? John T. Rose just said, what's good? Your ass so early. Yeah, man. Be honest with you, bro. I'm always up at this time, bro, because I work through the night. I'm always up at this time, bro. I work through the night, bro. So when I'm done delivering, when I get to my last stop, I get to my last delivery, I pretty much just be goddamn trying to wind down. Like right now, I'm in the truck. Right now, I'm finna go park this motherfucker. Finna go get in my pickup and goddamn shit. Just go to the house, probably make some eggs and some goddamn toast or some shit like that. Play with my kids for a little bit. Let them jump on my head a little bit. Take my ass to sleep. And then I don't sleep long. Might sleep for like 3-4 hours at the most. 4 hours tops. I don't never sleep past 4 hours, bro. If I sleep more than 4 hours, boy, I'm fresh as a daisy. if I sleep 4 hours, I'm fresh as a daisy. But I probably get somewhere on average. On average, I probably get maybe right at 3 hours worth of sleep on average. But this me every morning, bro. But no, man, I gave y'all a botched episode last night of the Rex pick. And Wednesday, I didn't do a Let's Be Clear because I was preparing for this weekend for my wife for her birthday. So I was getting a lot of stuff prepared for her. So I ain't have time to do no show on Wednesday. So I figured I'd give y'all Sunday morning while I'm out here on the block, headed to the parking lot. So the text boy said, good morning, Blakberry, AFN, Falcons family. The new era is here. The Falcons will rise in 2025. Boy, stop putting that A and beyond on there. I can't make a rhyme with that shit on there, man. I'm supposed to be rapping that shit. I say you breaking up. Yo, coming out of Athens. Say clear. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hawks refuse to hit the gym and it shows up in the post game. OO needs to hit the weights, man. OO just needs to be OO is a bench player. It's really that simple, bro. OO need to come off the bench. He need to come off the bench. Now, don't get me wrong. Mo G light in the ass. He even lighter in the ass than OO. But he's a better shot blocker than OO. Now, OO had his time when he was blocking shots. He was blocking motherfucking shots like crazy a couple years ago. For about a good, I'm going to say for about a good 2, maybe 3 years. A good 2 or 3 years. That nigga OO, man, he was a shot blocking machine. But he done lost a step in that department. And he just too small for everybody else, man. Wendell Carter was, well, that was child abuse he was doing to that boy. That was child abuse, bro. That's how bad it looked. He looked like a grown man playing basketball with a little boy. That's what it looked like. When the Carter was embarrassing that motherfucker, man. Larry said DeAndre was too inconsistent. Not in that last stretch he did with us, bro. Not this season. This season, but at your games he was with us, them 20-something, 30-something games he was with us. Nah, I think he was with us. Yo, it was about 20 or 30-something games. It was about 30-something games, I think. Shit, he might have been with us about 40-something. Actually, yo, he was with us almost 40 games. And DeAndre was balling, boy. You heard me. He was balling. He was doing shit I ain't seen him do till this year. Slashing to the basket and dunking on motherfuckers. Shit, usually when that motherfucker do that shit, he fumbled the ball away. He turned the ball over. Not this year. That nigga done figured out that shit, man. He probably done had him he probably went and got him a handles coach, got him a dribbling coach. I don't know that for sure, but from what I done seen him doing this year, his handles look a lot better. That's part of the Trae was. It's a plus when you can dish the ball to a dude that can still create his own shot if the pass don't get him open for a shot. You know what I'm saying? DeAndre, he had an issue with that, with creating his own shot, mainly because he couldn't put the ball on the floor that well. He couldn't do it that well. Well, this year, he still ain't really got handles like that, but he got way better handles than what he had. And it's giving him the ability to slash to the basket and get big down there. So it's playing a pivotal, it's playing a detriment. It's paying. Damn, boy, why I ain't got words no more? I can't get words out no more, boy. But it's playing a big factor in the success he had, because you put Slasher along with his 3-and-D ability, you get what you see right now out of DeAndre Hunt. So he was inconsistent up until this year. This definitely the best year he done played. Hell, he's going to get 6th man of the year. Without a doubt. It's not even close. He's going to get 6th man of the year. Hands down. Some people want to give him comeback player of the year. I mean, not comeback player, but most improved player of the year. A lot of people want to give him that. They say, hell no. But it's he said, hell no, big old ain't starting center. John know why front office made this move. They had, hey man, because Clint don't stay healthy long enough, bro. And they tried, and they was And I think what Snyder was doing, he was trying to experiment a little bit to see if it was better for OO to start and have Clint come off the bench, because I think that's been the game plan all along with OO, is for him to eventually take over for Clint. And Clint kind of, he phased himself out of the starting lineup, but I really don't think Clint want to leave Atlanta, bro. And I don't think they trying to get rid of him. I got a funny feeling Clint's still gonna be in Atlanta next year, but he just gonna be coming off the bench. Unless OO just show that he's so goddamn bad as a starter that he's still gonna have to start until they find him a suitable replacement. Until they find Clint a suitable replacement. The hell, yo. Man, hell nah. He is not a starter, bro. I think we all know that now. Larry say, man, I'm gonna start joining your stream to speak on Atlanta shit. Yeah, man, you should. You should. So the text boy say, I know you better have gave them kids that remote. Hell no. That remote still in my pickup truck. That shit's still on the yard in the pickup. He say, think B.O.O. is a bench player. The Hawks trying to turn him into big center, but his size is showing up every night. Yeah, it is. It is. He's getting exposed every night. Every night. Now, this the same Atlanta Magic team right now. Don't get me wrong. I know we're missing pieces. We like Vic Krejci, but he's not a real starting. He's not starting. He's not a real backup one. He's more of a alternating two, Vic Krejci. But his passing ability is sneaky good, and he can be a streaky shooter, and he's long. He's a longer one too. I think Vic Krejci like 6'6", 6'7", something like that. So they like his length at the one, and they like his sneaky passing ability at the one, and he could be a streaky shooter. But he's not really a backup one. He's really a alternating two. That's really what he is. And we missing a real backup one. It's just too bad that boy Kobe Buffkin, he can't stay healthy. And even when he was still showing, signs of inaccuracies on the defensive end and on the offensive end. The boy can scope. He can get a bucket. It's just his defense and his passing can be suspect sometimes. His vision on the court, his vision is suspect. So we still need that backup one. JJ hurt. Clint hurt. It's somebody else hurt. I'm forgetting their name. I'm forgetting somebody else. But DeAndre Hunter and Bogey coming off the bench, that's what was giving us our spark. That what was giving us our edge. Excuse me. But I think when JJ got hurt, man, I'm gonna be real. I don't think they was gonna move DeAndre before JJ got hurt. I think when JJ got hurt, Landry Fields looked at that as an opportunity to build for the future. So he shot DeAndre Hunter and he shot Bogey. But I think if JJ don't get hurt, I don't think they do that. The only thing that I see wrong with it is, well, the only thing that I think wouldn't have happened if they wouldn't have got traded is Moji. He probably wouldn't have got as much playing time as he's been, even though he still ain't getting enough, not even close. But he pretty much would have still been a goddamn skyhawk. You know what I'm saying? If it weren't for them guys getting traded. And Zach, Zach will still be getting them little funky ass 7, 8, 9 minutes a game. Or he was getting about 13. He'll still be getting them little funky ass 13 minutes a game. Right now, I think Zach getting more. I think he averaging like 21 or 24 a game, something like that. So that still ain't enough, bro. He got to play these young guys, bro. He got to play these young guys. Quinn Snyder is the reason why we didn't win that game against the Magic Wednesday night. He the reason why we didn't win that game. And Trae got frustrated, bro. Trae got frustrated. He got frustrated with the refs, with the bullshit no calls. He got frustrated with his coach being inconsistent with the rotations. Actually, he been consistent. He don't play the young guys. He been consistent with that all season long. He been consistent with that for the past 3 years. He doesn't play the young guys. Even when they balling, bro, and I don't understand it. I just don't understand it, bro. Yeah, Larry Nance, that's right. Nance hurt. Appreciate you, Michael. That's who hurt, bro. Nance hurt too. Once he started playing Nance more, Larry Nance started playing a big part of the team success. Being able to crash boards, come back down on the floor, and give you some offense. What Larry say? Oh, it don't let me move it when I highlight somebody? This shit stupid. Come on, man. All right, Larry say, I'm tired of Trae, dude. Remind me of a high school player who game revolves around fouls and iso ball, where everybody else just standing in the corner waiting on Trae to finally pass. Nah, that ain't how that ain't how they play though, bro. That might have been the case some years ago. But that ain't how they play. They actually doing a lot of move. They actually doing a lot of actions around the perimeter. We just what the thing is Trae needs to play off ball more. He needs to play more off ball. And people think that because they don't play him off ball as much, people think that he can't play off ball, but he can. He absolutely can. He can play off ball, bro. The problem is you don't have another playmaker to distribute the ball other than him. You don't got another playmaker. All your playmakers are hurt or gone. JJ was your other playmaker. He's gone. He's hurt. Not gone, but he's hurt. He's injured. He's out for the season. You traded away Bogey. Bogey wasn't bad at playmaking. Like I think people underestimate his playmaking ability. And DeAndre Hunter. So your playmakers are gone or injured. The only one you got is Trae. So you can't really play all ball with him. And him and Krejci on the floor together. Boy, you pretty much asking to get bullied around, you know. You're asking to get bullied in the backfoot. Pretty much asking to get bullied because Christian, he got the limb that you want, but he ain't got the strength that you want. If you already undersized and with Trae Young, you don't want to have a big Christian out there with Trae Young playing off ball, and then when it's time to get back down there on defense, you just getting your ass bullied. You just getting bullied. He said Mo G locked down Giannis recently and played damn good against every bid that's supposed dominated, but Quinn stuck in his old way. Yeah, man, he's stuck in his old ways, man. Mo G is very athletic down there on the post. He's athletic on the post. He might not be strong in the post. But he's athletic in the post. And then he long as fuck, too. Big Low Country in the building. What's up with you, Big Low? You say we thought we had that last year with Devontae, with DeJounte Murray, unfortunately. Yeah, we did. We thought we had, we slick did. We had another playmaker. The problem was, I don't think the problem was that they couldn't play on the floor together. I think the problem was that I think Quinn Snyder just didn't know how to implement a game plan to put those guys, to fully use those guys at their strengths with both of them on the floor. Like, I'm gonna give y'all a real good example, right? And y'all gonna call me crazy. Does anybody know who Allen Iverson's running mate was in the backcourt? Who Allen Iverson running mate in the backcourt? Who was AI running mate in the backcourt in Philadelphia? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. What y'all say? Mike said, Aaron McKee, fuck no. No. Low said Kyle Cove. Nope. Kyle Cove. I think Kyle Cove, maybe right at the end of AI career, I think he was in Philadelphia. Nope, not Lou Williams. There he is. Eric Snow. Anybody remember how to look Eric Snow and AI on the floor together? They did do it. Who ran point when AI and Eric Snow was on the ran point? Yo, the test boy got it. Eric Snow. Who ran point when AI and Eric Snow was on the floor together? That right. Snow. Right, low. Snow. Eric Snow ran point. And they let AI. AI didn't even bring the ball up the floor. And if he did, he was giving it up to Snow at the top. He was giving it up to Snow and half court. And Snow gonna run a play. And AI gonna come off ball around it. He gonna do all kinds. He gonna come out the baseline. He gonna come out the wing. Hell, he might set a peak for Eric Snow. He might run a screen for Eric Snow to get a play going. It worked, and it worked. The only thing that was wrong with that team, bro, the only thing was wrong with the AI Eric Snow 76ers was he didn't have a four. He didn't have a number 4 who was a playmaker that he could go to in the clutch. He ain't had it. You needed that back then. Because you playing against the Tim Duncans. You playing against the Wallaces. You got to have a guy, players like that, bro. You got to be able to have a 4 who you can go to in the clutch. He ain't had it. AI didn't have that, but he had Eric Snow, though. And although AI is considered a 2, he ran point a lot. Just like DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray is a 1. He's a 2 who's playing the 1. Let me say that. That's what DeJounte Murray is. If they would have ran, see, people were so concerned with Trae being the off-ball player with DeJounte Murray, but they didn't stop to think, well, why don't they use Trae and DeJounte like the Eric Snow AI duo? Why don't we use the concepts they use for them? Especially when Trae is a better passer than Eric Snow, which ain't no shot at Eric Snow, because everybody know Eric Snow was that dude. He was that dude. But this Trae Young, this one of the best passers in the history of the game, especially for his stature. Why not use that same, system for Trae and DeJounte? So they just didn't know how to do that. So that shit didn't work, bro. They to be honest with you, man, ever since Nick Wrestler got more say-so on what go on behind the scenes with this damn team, it's been a fucking shit show. Nick Wrestler fucked up our team, bro. And I'm going to keep saying that shit until he fixed this fucking shit. Motherfucker. Yo, with the Raheem Wallace, KG, yeah, Welbers, you need that playmaking 4. You gotta have that. Back then, bro, you had to have that playmaking 4, bro. I think you still do today. Even today, even though the league done changed, even today, you still gotta have that playmaking 4 because the 4s can shoot. They can shoot a lot better than the 4s back then now. So you still gotta have that 4 that can make plays, man. I think that's what we missing. I think JJ is that guy. I think JJ is that guy at the 4 to do that for you. And if you can have a guy like Mo G, if you can put JJ let's turn that around. Let's put JJ at the 3 and put Mo G at the 4. Let's do that. And have Ricochet play the 2. Let's do that. That's a squad right now, bro. That's a young nucleus right there that can blossom into a hell of a goddamn product. Trae Young, Ricochet, JJ, Mo G, and find you a center. Find you a real 5, a true 5. Man, come on, man. But I don't know, man. These Hawks, man, they just don't want to put that shit together like that, bro. I don't know what the fuck they doing, bro. No say, yup, Al will get the ball in his spots. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I just want to be clear about what's going on with my dog, man, with Trae Young, man. If you know, if you've been following me, you know me, you know I support. I'm hey, man, what the fuck, bro? Boy, I swear, boy, 285. Boy, it was 285, boy. If 285 could talk, if 285 could talk, boy. Lord have mercy. I almost, hey, this motherfucker almost just came right over on me. He almost called the fatality out here. And y'all almost witnessed it right here on the audio version of Let's Be Clear. I can laugh about it now because it's over with. Fuck almost ran me over just now. Oh, fuck. Oh, that shit was too loud, y'all. Yo. Hey, but shit, what the fuck I was saying? Yo, man, I just want to be clear about that, man, with Trae, man. I think Trae fed over these refs. I think he fed over with the league, not doing nothing about the shit. Like, they wanted to do something about it when he was drawing the fouls and make it him drawing fouls ain't at his advantage no more. They did something about that. But you won't do nothing about these motherfuckers about these motherfuckers blatantly not calling fouls just to keep Trae Young from going to the foul line too much. Because I think that's part of the reason why why the Hawks got back in that game. That's part of the reason why they got back into the game. Because Trae was getting to the foul line. So these motherfuckers gonna start swallowing their fucking whistles, bro. Trae got tired of that shit, bro. Trae said in the press conference, man, you like, man, you see a foul, call that shit. Call that shit, gang. You see a foul, call that motherfucking shit, man. But this what we deal with. This what we deal with in Atlanta, bro. This what we deal with. And we want to stop complaining about the shit because we know it's going to happen. We want the players not to complain about the shit because they know it's going to happen. But it's some boiling point, bro. It's a boiling point. It's a boiling point, bro. And they do the shit so that whatever star attraction that's in Atlanta or that could be a star in Atlanta, by the time it's said and done, they find they gone. They don't win somewhere else. The Hawks either traded them or they leave in free agents. That's basically that's their motive. That's their motive, bro. So with your mucho brandy? Mucho say, wow, good morning, it's Friday morning, home team hustle. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mucho brandy. Yes, sir. Mucho brandy. He said, keep the shiny side up and run. Yeah. Keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down, bro. These motherfuckers out here on 285, they trying to turn it upside down. They trying to turn it upside down, my guy. Motherfucker almost ran me off the goddamn road. All right. One last thing we got to be clear about. It's in the title. The Jalen Ramsey conversation. Is he going to be somebody that the Falcons attempt to acquire? Is it possible that he will be an Atlanta Falcon acquisition? Y'all know me. When I look at things from a business sense, I'm thinking about it where anytime an opportunity presents itself, it's looked at in a business sense. It's a possibility until we say it's not. Until we say that it's not a possibility. Until we take it off the table completely. So, Jalen Ramsey becoming available Yes, it's an opportunity to go get him. Will they? No. And I won't be cut about that. Ain't no thinking about that shit. Ain't no we ain't sure. Ain't no we don't know. No, we fucking know. We know for a few reasons. Look at all these DBs we done hired. We done hired like 4 DBs. Shit, might have been more than that. We got my D Alpha, King, Fuller. Who else? Somebody else. Somebody else. Well, them the 4 I can think of. Fuller, D Alpha, Mike Hughes, King. And I know I'm missing somebody, but them the 4 I got right now. But even that's enough. Ain't no goddamn way you finna go get a DB for that reason right there alone. But if you want to talk about other reasons, we're not finna pay him that $20 million. Falcons not finna do that. Now y'all know me. I don't give a fuck about when somebody get paid. And I don't give a fuck if the Falcons pay him the goddamn money. I don't give a fuck. Just make that shit work. But y'all know good goddamn well the Falcons ain't finna pay that motherfucker $20 million. And they just freed up money to try to make some moves in this draft. And they got even more money that they got to free up. They still got money that they got to free up. Because they ain't got enough money. So we still some trades about to go down. We just don't know who. We know David Onyemata gonna sell you about $8 million. We know Kyle Pitts can sell you about $10 million, a little over 10 mil, like 10.8. We know Tyler don't save no money. Caleb McGarrett might save you a little money. Hell, man, it's still some moves gonna be made to free up some of this, to free up some money, man, to free up this purse. So you know, good goddamn well we ain't finna pay no Jalen Ramsey no guaranteed $20 million. And the first team, it ain't like that shit gonna get passed on to another team next year, y'all. You got to get that shit after this season. It got to be the Falcons that give it to them if they go get them. And then what we gonna get the draft capital from? Where the draft capital gonna come from? Because Miami ain't finna take them for 2 7-round picks. They gonna want that 4. And what that leave you with? A first and a second and 2 seconds. And you're gonna have to give up more than that 4 because you're gonna have to give up another future pick. You probably gonna have to give up like a future 5th or something like that, or a future 3rd. No, not no 3rd. He ain't worth that goddamn much. But you might have to give up 2 4s. You might have to give up this year 4. You might have to give up next year 4. For 2027 4, will they take? Nah, they gonna want 2026 4. They ain't gonna want 2027. They gonna want 2026 4. So it just don't make a whole lot of sense. It don't make no sense at all that they gonna try to go get a Jalen Ramsey. I'm willing to say that they're not going to do it, and not saying they probably not. I'm willing to say that they're not going to go get it. What's up with y'all? What's up with you? Hell yeah. Trying to get to the house. All right, boy. This shit up though. It don't make no sense that conversation, man. And on special on Friday morning, we gonna be flipping that shit right now, and we won't host it again after this. I will not host this topic again after this. Up with Ramsey. Now, if the universe might be an ass with this, and the Falcons go draft this month, and not draft, but the Falcons go acquire this motherfucker from Miami, I'll host the conversation again, and I say, well, I was wrong. They went and did some stupid shit. Then I say it was some stupid shit. I say this was stupid. A stupid fucking move. You done hired 4 different guys. You done hired 4 DBs. And you still got money you got to free up. And you went and got a you have to pay $2 million to in the DB room that's already done stocked up. And then you altering your game plan. See, that's the thing too. You done came up with a game plan on what you want to do. You got to alter that game plan just so you can get Jalen Ramsey, who we not even for certain is still in his prime. You know, it didn't look like he was still in his prime in Miami. Not to me. Didn't look like a prime Jalen Ramsey to me. Oh no, I ain't doing it, and I don't think the Falcons doing it neither. Let me see what y'all think about this shit. I don't like this new setup they got for the comments, bro, on the stream, y'all. This shit ugly. All right, let's see what y'all say. Joe Tesbo said, "Hey, Falcons about to better revamp defense next week. We both to get some stars and cornerstone out of this draft." Ah, man, I sure hope so. Georgia, Texas boy. I hope they get a few guys that's on my list, because I really feel like the guys on my list are impact players, man. I really do. Mucho said we don't need it, but I wouldn't mind it. Just know we do no Malachi Starks. Oh yeah, for certain. There will, yeah, they absolutely won't be. They won't be trying to get Malachi Starks if they go after Jalen. Jonte Rose just said forward black. For what? Hell no. Somebody tell Jonte Rose, yeah, we Chevy. This a Chevy stream right here, bro. This stream is sponsored by Chevy. Sponsored by Chevy. And not relate, just Chevy. I'm about to go hop in it right now. The boy Blakberry, Chevy ride. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Fords. I do like Fords. And I am in a very small I'm in a very small percentage of men who prefer who prefer Chevy but still like Fords. Most guys that Chevy riders, you ain't gonna catch them in a Ford. Most guys that Ford rider, you ain't gonna catch them in a Chevy. But shit, I don't mind either one of them. But I prefer Chevy though, man. Chevy, that's my go-to. That's why I go. I'm gonna jump in a Chevy. Malibu, Impala, Silverado. Yes, sir. So this boy say, I'm gonna be honest. I hope we don't draft Mike Green. Oh man, George Test, boy, that me and you might be on the same page though. I mean, like I said, if we draft Mike Green, we better be using that next pick to get an interior defensive lineman who we know can push the pocket. That's all I know. Because Mike Green on the next level, to make sure he don't fail, you're gonna have to get pocket pushers. Because right now, you got Honor Ebiketie, you got him looking like he's failing because you ain't got nobody to push the pocket. Not consistently. You know, it could be Jalen, it could or an offensive tackle. That's what we was gonna get into last night. Um, Before I had to end the stream early, was a Caleb McGarry potential trade scenario. That's what we was gonna do last night before I had to end the stream early, and the possibility of trading Kelly McGarry on draft night, it could come along with moving back into the first round so they can get that offensive tackle that they want. But it's if that scenario, if we look at that scenario, we can look at it a couple ways. Do you package some? Do you package the 15th with Caleb McGarry so that you can move up in the draft, or do you have enough to pack enough future picks to package with Caleb McGarry to move back into the draft again and keep the 15th pick? Do you have enough draft capital to do that with Caleb McGarry to move up, to move back into the first and have 2 first-round picks? Because I think they do want to get a tackle in this draft. And the reason why I think that because they worked out the guy from Oregon, the offensive tackle from Oregon. Not worked him out, but he came for an interview. They interviewed him. So they probably do want to get a tackle in his draft. But if Caleb McGarry gets traded, it's gonna be somebody in the first round. It ain't gonna be nobody later than the first. Who say that? Fogo the Great. What's up with the Fogo the Great? He said yes, it definitely looked like he was still in his prime. Oh, you talking about Jalen? Talking about Jalen Ramsey, Fogo the Great? Fogo the Great say, I would do it in a heartbeat. Him on the opposite side of AJ, you move to the slot secondary and solidify. Yeah, I know our pass rush is in there, but with a strong secondary, you can blitz more. Oh, my friend. Okay. So here's the thing with that. Having a strong secondary does give you more ability to rush the passer. I mean, to blitz. It does give you more room to blitz. But if you're relying on the secondary to be that reason for why you can blitz more instead of your interior line being able to push the pocket more, all you're doing is setting yourself up for failure. Because these secondary guys, they're doing a lot of moving out there. And if you telling them that they got to cover somebody man for 38, 40% of the damn snaps. That's too much. That's too much. So you gotta because when you blitz, you're gonna play a lot of man coverage when you blitz. And if you're doing zone blitzes, you leaving an area of the field wide open. So you playing quarterbacks, and if you look at our schedule, we playing quarterbacks that know what the fuck they doing. So you playing quarterbacks that know what the fuck they doing, they're gonna find those holes in the zone when you blitz. Offensive coordinators are gonna scheme for guys to get open in the short field when you blitz in those open spots in the zones. So you don't want that to be why you blitz more because you got a strong secondary. You want to be able to blitz more because you know that your interior line is pushing the pocket more. So you blitzing more on the inside and on the outside. But I feel you though. Him on the other side of AJ, yeah. I mean, on paper, that's a dynamic duo. But like I said, you say he looked like he was still in his prime in Miami. I didn't see Jalen Ramsey of years past. Not saying I seen a bad product out there with Jalen Ramsey. I didn't see prime Jalen Ramsey. But if you did, then you did. And Mike Hughes playing in the slot, no. Don't nobody want to see that. Larry say only way I see it happening if he moves to safety, play hybrid and take less money if he gets released. Jordan Tisbert say I don't like the fact Mike Green only played edge 2 seasons. Prior to that, he was a wide receiver converted to linebacker and then edge. Well, his versatility is off the charts. But in that wrestling background, it pays dividends. But I'm gonna tell you why I feel yet on this Georgia Texas boy. It's something to be said about a guy who doesn't have one true position. It's something to be said about a guy who doesn't have one true position. Jack of all trades, master of none. That's what worries me about Mike Green. Jack of all trades, master of none. That's what worries me about. Because it's all of this right now with Mike Green. Is it all nostalgia? We won't know until he start putting proof to the pudding, not until he start putting cleats to turf. We won't know until he go put a hat on somebody. If all of this is nostalgia or not. I'm starting to think I've been thinking that it's nostalgia. I'm not sure if I'm buying the hype with this guy. Like I said, you can't take away his production at Marshall. Leading the NCAA in sacks is leading the NCAA in sacks. Can't take that away from him. But it's all of this nostalgia. Nobody was talking about this dude before the Senior Bowl. Not to this extent they wasn't. Excuse me. Hell, he wasn't even projected to go in the first round before that shit happened. 3 Dirty. What's up with you, 3 Dirty? One of the OGs in that game. Mucho said, I'm a Chevy GMC guy, but I also like Ford. Yeah. I'm a Chevy rider, bro. Georgia Texas boy say, as long as it's American, we driving. But that, if y'all don't know, Georgia Texas boy is a avid supporter of the MAGA community. And he don't mind letting you know that shit neither. Mucho Grande say, you don't think center? Yeah, they want they definitely want a center in these drafts too. But I wasn't thinking that they was gonna go offensive tackle. But I'm starting to think that they gonna go for both. They gonna go offensive tackle and they gonna go center. It's just about wins. See, they can go center in the fourth if they keep their fourth round pick. They could go center in the fourth, or they could trade up in the third and get that 85th pick and try to get Wilson out of Georgia. So the tell boy said, I think we got a diamond in the rough and Newsom. It's possible, bro. He didn't play bad. He actually did okay when he got the opportunity. Fogo said, yes, sir, for Ramsey. Yes, sir, Ramsey. Okay. So the tell boy said, I'll tell you Ramsey, his contract reasonable. I don't want to give him $20 million. That ain't reasonable to me. I mean, I don't want to give him $20 million, and we done already hired all these DBs. Oh, Mike Ford. Somebody was saying Mike Ford. That's right. Mike Ford. Who said that? Was that Mucho Grande? Yeah. Oh, shit. I just realized what he was saying. Mike Ford. Yeah, we hired Mike Ford. So that's 5 DBs, bro. That's 5. That's Mike Ford, Mike Hughes, D. Alford, King, and Fuller. And y'all really think we gonna go out? I know y'all ain't saying y'all think we will, but you gonna have to show some disloyalty to somebody, man. You're gonna have to do some real Penguin from Batman type shit and be a disloyal motherfucker if you go get Jalen Ramsey and you turn your back on one of the 5 DBs you done hired in this offseason. You're gonna have to shit on somebody. You're gonna have to shit on somebody, bro. Because contractually, you can't do nothing else in the DB room when you go get Ramsey besides let somebody go. What's up with you, Deshaun? He say, get some. Mucho say, doing anything in a heartbeat without a thought is a bigger and higher chance of mass distribution. You got to be careful, bro. I could take a Troy Anderson in the first round. Oh, so you say I can't take Troy Anderson in the first round. Bogo say, you all right. We definitely need a Trevondre Sweat type of nose tackle to push the pocket, but I'm looking at it when Rich Ryan and Revis, Cromartie, and they relied on heavy pressure. Yeah. They ain't win no championship, though. I want to win a championship. Joe Tedboy say, Kendall Grant, that guy, he better than Sweat and Jordan Davis. I definitely think he better than Jordan Davis. Not that much better, but he's better. What's up with your core? Say, Blakberry, you on it early today. Yeah, man, I'm doing a special edition of Let's Be Club, huh? Oh, my guy. Special edition. We didn't do one on Wednesday, so I'm giving y'all one this morning, especially because last night's show was so botched. It was a botched show last night, bro. I was having all kind of technical difficulties because I'm out here on the block. I'm trying to use hotspot, trying to use McDonald's Wi-Fi on the laptop. That shit wasn't working out. I was trying to run the show as if I was at the crib, but I won't make that mistake again. I won't make that mistake again. Yo, man. So let's just be clear. I just wanted to be clear about that, bro. Like, they not finna go after Jalen Ramsey, bro. They don't want to pay him $20 million, and they still got money they trying to free up. They don't want to goddamn. They already done hired 5 DBs in this offseason, and then we still got the draft where they still might get they might get 2 more DBs. They might get another safety and another guy to play nickel or something to challenge for that nickel position. Who knows? But if we know for certain they don't get at least 1 DB in this draft. It's probably gonna be later in the draft, but they probably still gonna go DB in one of these spots. But hey, man, let's be clear, man. The Falcons are not going after Jalen Ramsey. And let's be clear, Trae fed the fuck up. So the wrestlers, y'all better start getting this shit right here in Atlanta, man. Because Trae ain't just fed up with the umpiring in the NBA. He fed up with y'all some bitches too. He just ain't gonna say that shit out loud. This been your boy Blakberry Rich. This been the home team with Blakberry. That's Blakberry, no C, just a K. Make sure you tune in next Thursday for the Rex Pick, 8 o'clock Eastern PM Standard Time. And if you want to come on the show and talk your shit about Atlanta sports or about sports in general, about whatever the fuck you want to talk about, as long as I approve the topic, you can do so on Fan Speak Monday. It's an afternoon show. It's going to come on somewhere between 2 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Tune in for Fan Speak Monday on Mondays between 2 and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I dropped the link on Mondays, y'all. I dropped the link on Mondays. Remember that. And stay tuned. At the end of the stream here, I'm going to play a little bit of an advertisement. That's what I'm putting together for the up-and-coming release of HomeTeamFence.com by Blakberry. If you know anything already about the website that was up before, it's Home Team Fence, man. You get home team apparel, hats, shirts, shorts, your bottoms, tops, whatever the case is, man. We got all kind of stuff on there, man. We got hats, we got scarves, we got jackets, got bomber jackets, we got some of everything on there, man. We got bedding. If you want some home team bedding, we got all that shit, man. But we redesigning the website. We're about to relaunch soon. I can't wait till we do, but we got to do it at the right time. So, man, y'all make sure y'all tune into that. Gonna play a little ad here at the end and play the outro. So y'all make sure, man, y'all make it do what it do, man. Y'all keep supporting your boy, man. I appreciate everybody that come through and show love. Y'all keep supporting your boy, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, Blakberry talk. Yeah, we up, no, we locked in.
I ain't realize. See, look, every time somebody call,
Swinging Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. City behind me, we never gonna fall off. Talking that smoke, got to play like a call off. Falcons in motion, they running that route. Austin transition, we running them out. Rims in the post, yeah, they swinging for real. If you ain't tapped in, then you miss a field.
Catch me on the flip side, home team.
Everything real, we ain't talking fugazi. Numbers on live, check stats, it's amazing. We call it plays like we work for the Navy. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we